Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Old Try Hard Gaming with me, Roll KTV. You know, they say to me, he does the best he can with what he's got, which is not a lot of talent, but is a whole lot of adventure. We've got an adventure ahead of us. We are going to take this truck over to this logging station and then bring it back, because these are 4 wooden planks. And these 4 wooden planks are a hard thing to get to. And there's only 4 of them. And this is 100% means taking all the temporary cargo off the map. So I'm going to do that with this truck right here. And the other truck isn't going to be in my way, right? No. So let's go do it. I do have to back up this awful trailer, but not by very much. So if it jackknifes, I don't care. I do have to back it up somewhat. This trailer, I can't back up. I'm sorry, I'm not a professional twin trailer truck driver. I can't back up. I can back up trailers where there's only one axis point, but this thing has, you know, a pivot point. I mean, there's a pivot point at the truck, and there's a pivot point at the axles on the trailer, and that's more than I can handle. I have a secret for backing those things up, turning those things around, but I just had to back it up a little way, so I did okay. Feel free to cheer my efforts there. If this is your first YouTube episode, this is a reminder in case you somehow clicked on the video without seeing the thumbnail with the big red words that say stream replay. This is coming from a Twitch stream. It's not the entire stream, it's a segment of the stream, but it is a non-edited segment of the stream. I don't know, maybe I should change that to stream highlight or stream segment or something like that. Stream replay just makes the most sense. But it's non-edited, nothing's cut out, you see everything. Twitch sees everything too. They're not interrupted by ads. If you ever want to watch it live on Twitch, twitch.tv/RollKJunbarTV. I'm trying to take a drink, hoping that those rocks would divert the truck so that I could do it smoothly without stopping, but no. That's an advanced technique, folks. Stay with me, Mr. 600 hours in the game, who's not very good at video games. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes I do give off tips and tricks that I picked up. Because one thing I love about SnowRunner is the game is so deep, and the things you can learn about the game, the techniques and the secrets and whatever you can learn about the game is so vast. I love this game because of that. Even people that have hardly played at all can find something, find some new optimization that, you know, a lot of veterans might not even know. So I've mentioned many times my idol is someone by the name of Wezel on Wheels. There's a link to him on my YouTube channel. I think you can maybe type !Wezel in Twitch, but anyway, it's Wezel on Wheels, @Wezel on Wheels. There's a link in my YouTube channel, which I have a featured channels list, and if you open that up, he's like, I think all the way down at the end. You can't rearrange those things. It's a bug in Twitch and YouTube that's been there forever. You can't rearrange sections. I think I might be able to rearrange those, but I don't think I can. The page where you edit that, the home page, it has drag bars, but the drag bars don't work. I don't understand it. Anyway. And I'm even using Chrome, which is, you know, their browser. Anyway, that is neither here nor is it there. Wezel on Wheels He's also a console player. He plays on PlayStation, but I think all console players need to stick together to fend off the PC horde. And he does basically the same thing I do, only he's a lot more competent and he plays in hard mode. And a lot quicker. He doesn't have the same sense of humor I have, so there is that. But he also streams it and then he chops off the beginning and end so that he, you know, of the stream he checks out everything, make sure it's all good, you know, and then when he's ready to record the YouTube part, he gets started. So you see everything that's on YouTube. Everything that he does is on YouTube. He doesn't move his trucks around or anything like that in between YouTube segments. But he does plan in between his YouTube segments, in between his streams. So there is that. I don't plan. And he also often has, like, on a PC or something next to him, he might have MapRunner up. And he didn't like to do it at first, but I think once he got to certain regions, it's like, yeah, he needs MapRunner up for this. So, but not me. I go in blind and ignorant. This is, believe it or not, of the games I stream, this is the game I'm probably the best at. I also stream Civilization 6 strategy game, which I'm terrible at. And I've never played Civilization before, and I'm decent at most military combat games, but whoa, Civilization is not just a military combat game. I do have one World War II combat game that I would love to stream. Nobody would ever watch it, but I would absolutely love to stream it. Now, I actually have to go on those rocks, right? Because I don't think there's a way. Or is there a way? I don't think there's a way to get through those trees. I think the way to go is across the rocks. Pretty sure. Well, that's the way I'm going, so maybe we'll have some fun here. I've never tried it across this rock ledge with a big truck, I don't think. But from what I remember in scouting the map, like, I should never count on my memory from me, I'm a retired guy. But from what I remember, it's not too bad. And a big truck should be able to get across them. Of course, this truck has mud tires on it, so. And I'm not worried about the trailer. The trailer can fall off. It's very light. And there is also a ford way down here, a way to get across the river and then come all the way back up to get to the stuff on the other side. That's ridiculously difficult. See, this is not hard at all. I think you have to stay on the river to do it. I think it's like down there farther. I found it when I was scouting. Maybe it's about where those trees are. I don't know. And now one thing about the ZiKZ is it has a rather low nose. So you gotta kind of put this at an angle. And I did exactly what I said I shouldn't do. I did exactly the opposite of what I said. I didn't hit it at an angle at all. I hit it straight on. Oh, come on. It's hard to hit this straight on. I'm not sure there's anything that wants to either. Let's go over here. I want to hit this at an angle, the rocks. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, we got it. Whoa, sorry about that camera work. Most of that was me. I think some of it was Ross, but most of that was me. Camera work can be really screwy in this game. I am taking a drink. I gotta stay hydrated. I'm very poor at that sometimes. If you're watching on Twitch, coming up is my mid-season marathon, first Saturday in February. If you're watching on YouTube though, sorry you missed it. Well, hopefully you didn't miss it. Maybe you watched it. I do a mid-season marathon the first Saturday of the months of February, May, August, and November, because those first Saturdays of the month are almost exactly halfway between the solstice and the equinox. Now this is a brick framing. I don't need bricks. I need 2 more wooden planks. So I'm going to get all 4 from here and then drop the other 2 they're probably not going to be used, but if I was thinking straight, I would not have gotten. I already delivered two wooden planks from a framing site. I didn't realize there were 4 here in an out-of-the-way place I want to grab. Because to me, part of 100% is getting all the cargo off the map. Oh, wrong button. One of the reasons I'm so bad at video games is I still don't know how to use the controller. I hit the wrong button all the time. Squirrel, now that you're a moderator, if somebody says something, well, the auto mod probably won't let them say something obscene, but if they say something questionable, like a bad joke that's maybe misogynistic or something, give them a timeout. Don't ban them, because banning someone does not erase their message. Give them a timeout. That'll erase the message. Just a little tip. Okay, now I want all 4 of these. For those of you watching on, oh, wrong place. Oh, for goodness sakes. What did I do? What am I doing? Oh, now I gotta manually load this. This is what you get when you don't pay attention ever. Yeah, a little inside baseball for those of you on YouTube, if you ever somehow watch Twitch and are a mod on Twitch. Okay. How's it going? Restore the crane. Oh no, wrong button again! Restore the crane. My SnowRunner brother, Squirrel, is in the chat. I didn't mark how to get back, though, did I? Well, you get back the same way you came. You should know it by now. It was like, oh. Yeah, see, you can't. This is a bug on the map. If you go right to the map and you have the driver highlighted, then hitting the button to clear the highlights on the map just takes you right back to the road. Anyway, I didn't explain that terribly well, did I? And these are going back to the garage. I'm going to drop all of them at the garage, and then the other truck is going to come down here, get the pipes, and pick up 2 of these. Well, on the way, they'll pick up 2 of these. So I'll actually unload 2 of them right here to make it convenient. If I remember. And then I'll come here, unload the other ones. And sell the trailer. Okay, that's the next step. Oh, show it on the map. North is that way. That's the path I'm taking. Taking screenshots now if you want to. Gonna hydrate. All right, let's go. I'm on top of the... Come on, clear! There we go. The trailer won't clear the highlight for you, apparently. Delicious and nutritious caffeinated cola, whose brand I will not say, because that's a controversial topic on this channel. No politics, no religion, no Coke versus Pepsi or Ford versus Chevy. Although pineapple on pizza, that discussion is allowed because that's just a meme. And nobody's actually heated about that. I've engaged in that meme myself. I live in Minnesota, so I'm naturally team pineapple because pineapple and ham is a Hawaiian pizza, and we in Minnesota get cold winters, and so we like to think about Hawaiian. So Hawaii. Is that where I'm going here? It's here, right? No. What did I say I was going? Down there. Oh, there it is. I couldn't see the trail. Yeah, the dot was on the trail, and because of the dot, I couldn't see the trail. Oh, I'm going to get stuck around this tree now. Don't hit the tree, Mr. Trailer. Don't hit the tree. There we go. Now there's a little bit more danger if the trailer slides off, because the cargo will go away. And if it does, then I might just delete it, because I think I'm going to have to delete cargo anyway. I think the game gives you more temporary cargo than you need, which kind of makes sense, but whoa, almost didn't go on the ledge. I need to go on the ledge. I gotta go on the ledge at an angle. I would have been better off going over that. Then I could have hit it at an angle. And now turn. Come on, baby, you can do it. And trailer, you can do it too. Keep up the speed so the trailer doesn't even notice it's tipping. No time to tip. No time to notice. That's the trick. If you think you're gonna fall over, just go fast. Sometimes that works. If you think you're going to jackknife and you're out the room, go fast. Well, if you're going forward. I had a great experience, speaking of Minnesota and snow and jackknifing. I think I've mentioned this on stream before, probably on a SnowRunner stream. I was driving in in the wintertime here. By the way, it gets really warm here in the summertime too. Over 100 degrees Fahrenheit, at least a couple of times during the year. We have a very wide range between high temperatures and low temperatures across the year, halfway between the equator and the North Pole. But yeah, I was driving down a freeway and I passed a semi-trailer, and it was pretty bad out. These were pretty bad. And just after I passed the semi, well, semi-truck and trailer. The trailer wasn't driving itself. You know what I mean. 18-wheeler, good buddy. I was driving. I passed just after I passed one van. I looked back and the trailer van was in my rearview mirror. Just the side of the van, he had jackknifed just as I was passing him. And somehow the guy was able to straighten it out. It was probably not quite 9 degrees, but it was a pretty severe jackknife. And he was able to straighten it out without hitting me. I mean, you know, I sped up when I saw it. And the driver sped up before it, you know, he got it turned around before any fire would hit me. That's pretty exciting. Now, I mean, I was driving a pretty small car at the time. Hold on a second. Sorry, I'm using a different phone, which makes it harder for my mute button to go. The other phone stopped working because the software updated, and it was terrible. So I am going to unload 2 of the wood here on the side of the road. And those 2 will be the 2 trailer ones, I think. Anchor, unpack, green mode. I'm going to put them right on the road. How did I do that? I don't want to do that. I want to make it easy for the other truck to grab him on his way back from the pipes. That's probably good. No! Wrong button. There. Turn. I'll line it up. Whoops, too much turn. Lower. Raise it a little. Oh, I'm making a mess of this. I'm not looking at it straight down, which is part of the problem. Okay, that's just about perfect. Alright. What did I do wrong? Restore crane. There you go. You still have the trailer with me, right? Yeah. I'm going to sell the trailer. But I'm going to unload this cargo here. By the bricks. Next to the bricks. And still, no, I started the crane. I know my anchor's down. Okay. Anchors, crane mode. Yeah. Oh. And these are almost certainly just going to be deleted. I doubt if there's going to be... I think there'll probably be enough temporary cargo on the other map. But, you know. I want to be on those pallets. I think that's good. The wood is... I really don't need to futz with all this with the wood. It's pretty... it's pretty light. The crane, I famously used the winch to pull up the cargo on most cargo. It was too heavy for the crane, but this Russian crane. But this cargo is light enough that the crane can handle it. Good enough, I think. 2 loads of wood. 4 loads of bricks. 4 loads of bricks? Yeah, a lot of that cargo is being deleted. All right, and pack. Restore crane. 600 hours in the game, folks. I still don't know how to use the map. Let's see, Squirrel. You had a semi-tire blowout beside you while you were trying to pass. Oh my goodness, that is very scary. Wow. The explosion shook the car. Watch tires. Oh, fly over me. Wow. No damage to the car? That is amazingly amazingly lucky escape for amazingly unlucky being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Yeah. Yeah, those truck tires blowing out are pretty scary. Pretty bad. I would have probably been less damaged had I been hit by the, well, depending on what the guy was hauling, I would have probably been less damaged had I hit the, you know, the jackknife pushed me into the ditch than if a tire blew right next to me. Let's see. Sell the trailer. And since I'm right here anyway, I might as well just take this back to the garage. All right. Now, let's get over to the other one. Now, this person's challenge is to... Where are they? Get myself oriented. Where's north? That's not north. This is north. Okay. That's a very difficult crossing point from there. But they need to get from here to pipes. That's the only place for pipes. And then, so they need to go there first. And then they need to go grab 2 of the wooden planks that are here. And then they need to come back here. Easy peasy. Okay, and unfortunately, they have to come down here to get to the bridge first. But once I do this, I think all of the conveyor belt tasks will be done. And so the only tasks that are left are all the logging tasks are done. All the tasks that are left to do that involve this map at all well, I got to clear up all the trailers and stuff, but I won't do that until later. That's boring. I want to get stuff done. Is to use the other truck that they give you on the map, which is the only truck that can do the job. And haul the trailers over, the big trailers, whatever that job is. The finishing up contract, if you're familiar with the game, you have to take a truck they give you, which is the only truck in the game that has the proper saddle for it, or hitch for it. Well, it's not a hitch, but it's not really a saddle either. What do you call a generic attachment like that? It's not a saddle because it's not shaped like a saddle, but is it still a saddle? Saddle analog? I don't know. Anyway. Okay. That's the first job. Go there, pick up the 2 pipes that are in the trailer I already have. And, there isn't really a good place to turn around there, is there? Yeah, there isn't a good place to turn around there. Oh well, I'll figure something out. I'm going there completely empty, so. I do have to turn around here, but I should have enough room to kind of turn around conventionally. Yeah, I don't have enough room for that. I should turn around the way you're supposed to turn around. Oh, yeah, I can turn. I thought I was on a hitch on a semi-trailer, but I'm not. So, first of all, why don't I have this crane here? Second of all, I can show everyone how you turn one of these babies around the easy way. I showed this off a couple episodes ago. Hitch trailers. Hitch trailers with rotating axles, you know, tires in the front that rotate. They can be a real pain to turn around because you've got 2 points of, you know, 2 pivot points. But it's much easier to turn them around if you cheat and you winch them. Obviously, you wouldn't do this in real life, but in the game, you can do this. Now you can pull the winch up close and turn around this way. Yay. Much easier. It's a cheesy method, and I'm all about cheesiness. Obviously, it's easier to do this when they're empty. Especially flatbed. You know, if it's a sideboard trailer, then, you know, even if there's cargo, you're probably okay. But if it's a flatbed, you might unpack it if it's full. But anyway, there you go. Get it kind of straightened out. Release the winch. Yeah, you can do it in the game. You can do it. Can't do it IRL. Can't do it in the game. Oh, are you saying you do that in real life, but you can no? You can do it in the game, but you can't do it in real life. I'm imagining. No damage from the blown tire that you cared about. Yeah, that's good. I mean, you know, I was gonna make a bad joke. Anyway. I was gonna make a mother-in-law joke, but I loved my mother-in-law. I really did. Probably more than my ex-wife, my ex-mother-in-law. We had a good relationship. She was a quirky person. I really like that. Notice I said ex-wife, so that gives you some idea of that dynamic. No, we parted on good terms. She was from out of state. She wanted to go back home where she had family. I didn't really have any family anyway, so. Oh, am I still back far enough? I did get this turned around, right? Far. Forward? What? Okay, we'll do it the secret way. Here we go. You can back dolly trailers IRL, not in the game. Oh, yeah. That's a monster in the game. I mean, I know people. I probably could not. Well, I don't know. Maybe I can. But the only trailer I've tried to really use is a I'm trying to think of what trailers I had that had rotating axle. Now it might be a car carrier. When I moved, I had, you know, I rented a van and rented a car trailer, small one. Able to back that up. But yeah, in the game it's ridiculous. Yeah. I didn't have help. I just used my mirrors. And only had to back it up and turn it around like, you know, a couple of times going there and a couple of times getting back. I find them much easier in MudRunner. I find it much easier to turn these things around. In MudRunner, you have to put the trailer exactly where it belongs. SnowRunner, you can just take it. You can deliver cargo anywhere. You can deliver trailers anywhere. It tells you bring this trailer here. You just drive it into the circle and you're fine. In MudRunner, they give you a drop-off zone that's like a ghosted version of a trailer. And you have to put that trailer in that zone. So you have to know how to back up the trailers. Oh, used to hold doubles. You used to haul doubles on the farm. That's a tricky situation. Yeah, I bet. Double dollies, too. Wow. Yeah. Did you maneuver them all yourself, or did you have a spotter? Yeah, that's well beyond my experience. My only experience with trailers is like moving. So I don't have that much experience with trailers. I'm from Minnesota. You would think that I know how to back up a boat. But you don't go boating. I don't think, it's not advisable to go boating without a friend anyway, so. But people do. But everybody's, during the spring and fall, it's like the bird migration. You see the trucks hauling their boats behind them up and down the freeways going up north. I live in the Twin Cities, which is fairly south. Everybody's going up north. It's about a quarter of the way up from the bottom of the state. You see people driving up north to their cabins. When it gets warm enough, everybody's driving up to their cabins. A lot of them have boats because, you know, land of 10,000 lakes and all. And, yeah, it's pretty, like I said, it's like the Canadian geese migration. At first was spotted, owners got to know, you know, what you're doing before letting you loose. Oh, yeah. Woman I dated, her brother-in-law was a trucker for a while, and he was hired by I think it was UPS to run doubles. Maybe it was FedEx. And they tested him, I think maybe with a spotter and then without a spotter. They tested him. Okay, let's back these babies in. He had years of driving experience. He never run twins. And yeah, they tested him and said, okay, back these trailers into these two spots here. And he claimed, at least, I didn't watch him, he claimed at least that, you know, he nailed it exactly first time, so they hired him right away. So, but yeah, I imagine they're gonna use a spotter. But he said, you know, he had a spotter stood by and he backed him in, didn't need the spotters. You did cash crop and custom harvesting. Okay. Yeah, $1 million of cargo, I imagine. You're gonna need to know. A little CDL isn't gonna be enough. You walk in there with a CDL. Yeah, I just got this last week. Will you hire me now? Oh, yeah. In case for the 10 people out there that are watching this that don't know what a CDL is, it stands for a commercial driver's license, which you actually need to do a lot of things, not just haul trucks for cargo. But, you know. I don't know. I think it's called a CDL in every state in the U.S. I don't know what it's called in other countries. I've never driven a truck, but I'm very close to the trucking industry. For many years, I did software development, logistics, and operational software for trucking companies, and I was the head trainer. And so I went out to the trucking companies and got to meet everyone and worked mostly with the dispatchers, a little bit with the front office or the back office people. But, you know, got to meet a lot of the truck drivers and stuff too, so. But, oh man, that was early on in my career, so if I say anything wrong, it's my memory. I don't have a lot of recent experience. Like I said, I never drove a truck, but I kind of understand the industry, and I also have met enough truck drivers to know, yeah, that's not a glorious life. I grew up watching the show. I may have already been in Belt by then, but I used to watch the show Moving On. Anyone old from America that remembers the show Moving On? I don't even remember the star's name. There was one star had been well known from another TV show, and I don't remember his name. And then there was a second person. It was a buddy show, 2 truck drivers, 2 owner operators, and they got in. It was big romantic, you know. They got in scrapes, and you know, so cliche, so amazingly cliche. How am I going to do it? I am going to plan on doing this with a loaded trailer, doing the trip. I don't think there's room to turn around here. I want to be a lot straighter than that. But I don't want to be too far up. Come on. Tell me what you want me to do. Okay. I'm going to have to get fuel probably on my way back. I've only got 30 gallons on me. I've got more on me, but... Okay. I want, in the trailer, 2 small pipes, please. Okay. I know I was just saying it's hard to do this. Hard to do this with full cargo, but I'll get it done. Because there really is no reasonable way to turn around in here. I could have, I guess, backed it in. Yeah, that would have been the smart thing to do. Why didn't I do the smart thing? I knew I could turn around empty. Turn around empty, back in. Oh well. I didn't. That would have been the smart thing. I didn't do the smart thing. I'm going to miss the center point a little bit, but we'll be fine. Not by much. Pull it a little tauter. Okay, here we go. It's fun time. 47 minutes. Get this trailer moved around, and then it'll be about time for another break for me. Oh boy, this is only the second hour of the stream. I got 4 more hours to go after this. I started the stream late again today for technical issues. Yeah. It's much harder to do this with cargo. Mostly because it's heavier and it's harder to get it to follow you around. It's harder to make the turns you need to make. See, I'm trying to turn left, and it's like... It's not turning left. It's not listening to me. Okay, this should be good enough. And I'm not even going to try to back it in at a weird angle like that. The A-frame hitch piece. Squirrel, what is that called? I don't know the name of that, you know, the triangular piece there on the trailer. It's got to have a name of its own, right? And after saying I wasn't going to try this, I'm going to try it. And it worked. You know, the little bracket that hitches to your hitch. I'm guessing it has a name. I never looked it up. I should have at least looked it up, then it could have sounded smarter. Again, I'm from Minnesota. I should know these things. I should not be interrupting Squirrel. He's supposed to be in the middle of doing work. Oh, did I hit the thing? Oh, there's a wire next to it, I bet. Maybe not. No, just my incompetence. Oh, wait. Maybe I should fix the, I'm gonna drive off the road if I don't fix this ribbon. Coming up on 50 minutes here. I try to stop between 50 and 55 minutes. I think I probably have enough time to get to the garage and pick up that cargo. Again, drop the trailer off here. And then get to the garage, pick up a fuel trailer, pick up the cargo, pick up a fuel trailer. Pintail hitches, or pintail or pintail? Pintail hitches. Yeah. I know it's just a big rig that fits on the ball, but these kind of, that's what I'm looking for, is that particular type of trailer hitch. Okay, pintail. I'll try to remember that. So how is that pronounced? Like TLL or like pintal or pintal? Now I want to know before I end the episode. What time of day is it? Let's make it a little brighter. It won't be brighter. 6 a.m. is still pretty dark. Thank you, Squirrel, for clearing that up for me. Now all I have to do is hope that I remember. I think one of the friends that I played a bunch of Forza Horizons with him, and then he multiplayer, and then he saw me streaming SnowRunner and said, well, it's about time you started streaming SnowRunner. It's like, oh, I didn't know you were into SnowRunner. It's a pretty different game from Forza Horizons. He said, oh yeah, and so he was one of my first viewers and encouraged me to actually do a series on it. Probably murdered the spelling. It's pronounced Pintil, and you probably murdered the spelling. Okay. I'll look it up under some spelling and I will come up here by the garage, which I think I'm getting pretty close. Yeah, come up here by the garage, detach the trailer, and then take a break. This is the one thing, if I'm going to forget something, it's going to be attaching this trailer. Where's the entrance? So nervous I'm going to miss the entrance. Okay, get nice and straight, give myself a little room to maneuver. That's good. Okay. Why can I never see these things? How long have I been playing this game? Here. And... oh, that's right, I brought him here so I didn't have to detach the trailer. Huh, how about that? Oh well, I am still going to take a break. I want to go in there and get fuel. Anyway, regardless. So... I can actually recover the vehicle and get the fuel. Maybe I'll do that. All right. I am going to take a break here, folks. If you're watching on Twitch, I'll be back in just a couple of minutes, taking a short break. If you are watching on YouTube, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next episode will be the next weekday. No, not weekday. It's 7 days a week now. I keep screwing up my outro because I forgot I switched to 7 days a week. The next YouTube episode will be any day you want at noon U.S. Central Time, which is almost always 6 p.m. in the UK. Ironically, almost never 6 a.m. the next day in New Zealand. Though it would be without daylight savings time. So it depends on the season, plus or minus an hour, depending on the time of year. All right. Twitch folks, stick around. YouTube, next episode. Either way, I will see you then.